On Thursday, October 14th, 2021, Company 8 units were dispatched to an address in Gaithersburg, Maryland for a report of a patient with trouble breathing. Family members report that the patient had gone out for a walk and returned home and complained that he was experiencing some shortness of breath. Family members helped the patient prepare a nebulizer treatment and called 911 for assistance. Their call for help was answered by call taker Charles St. Paul. Mr. St. Paul started to gather information and quickly dispatched ambulance 708 Bravo and ALS 708 on the initial assignment. While the crews were en route, the call taker received more information from the caller and was determined the patient was now in cardiac arrest. The call was upgraded and paramedic engine 708 was dispatched to provide manpower and a second ALS provider. While crews from Company 8 were en route to the scene, the call taker was giving the patient's family instructions on how to perform CPR. He was able to calmly coach the patient's daughter through the process of chest compressions until the arrival of fire and rescue. Crew of Ambulance 708 Bravo, firefighters Kennedy and Metz, arrived at the patient's side first and did a quick assessment of the patient. Firefighters Kennedy and Metz confirmed to the incoming crews that the patient was in cardiac arrest and took over chest compressions from the family. Attached an AED and provided ventilation via bag valve mask. At the 2-minute mark, firefighters Kennedy and Metz stopped to perform a quick pulse check and found the patient to have a strong carotid pulse. It was at this time the patient took a large breath on his own. The crew noted the patient was having agonal respirations, so they continued to support ventilations via bag valve mask. Upon the arrival of ALS 708 and paramedic engine 708, Master Firefighter Paramedics Brannon and Kranowski and Firefighter Paramedic Conover confirmed the patient ROSC and performed a 12-lead EKG. The remaining crew members worked together to formulate a plan to remove the patient from the second-floor apartment, as well as to communicate with the patient's family. The patient was packaged for transport to Shady Grove Adventist Hospital and moved to the EMS unit. En route to the hospital, the patient was able to maintain his own airway and began to breathe adequately on his own. The crew placed the patient on a nasal cannula, established IV access, conducted a medical consult, and monitored and reevaluated the patient's condition. Upon arrival at Shady Grove, the patient's condition continued to improve and he was becoming more awake and alert. The patient was monitored and treated for respiratory failure and hypoxia. The chain of survival is integral to maximize the patient's chance of survival in sudden cardiac arrests. Today we recognize the family for the early activation of 911, the common clear instructions from the 911 call taker, and the teamwork, skills, and knowledge of the crews on the scene, as well as the incredible staff at Shady Grove Adventist Hospital. Thanks to everyone involved, the patient was discharged home neurologically intact on October 18th, 2021.